Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of tutorials. Today I'm going to be teaching you a trick that I actually learned from Cooley's channel, shout out to Cooley, and was brought to my attention by several of my viewers, that basically you could get infinite gold through the process of, well, utilizing a glitch within the matrix, so to speak. What is this glitch? Well, basically how it works is when you have an item of any type that scales based on the level of the character that you currently are, you can take these items that scale based on level and you can actually do a trick which allows you to sell them for much more than they normally sell for. As you can see here, if I go to Charcy right now and I pick up this bow and I go to sell it, it's only 2,135. I sell that bow to the shop and I can buy it back for 3,604. Not exactly worth my time, right? I'm losing money on each individual sale. However, with these items, when you place these scaling based on level items on your actual person, it actually increases the value of the item because the item is worth more when it is on your person. But the problem is that when you sell the item from here, you have to pick it up, and when you pick it up, the value of that item decreases depending on obviously the regular stats, so it ends up going back to its normal value. You notice that the value of the item changes directly depending on whether it's in my hand or whether it's not. And this is the trick. Now, how do you sell the item in your hand without picking it up? Well, the key to this is actually classic mode. So in classic mode, there is a sell button that does not exist within the regular game, and you can use it to sell the item for 4,854 gold, which gives you more than what you paid for it. You can then repeat this over and over and over again with any scaling modifier. Now, the real trick to this is speed, so you want to go as fast as possible. If you take your item out of your hands, so obviously if you do this and you buy it, then it's going to go into your inventory, and then you got to go through the process of equipping it, and then that's just a pain in the butt. So if you take off your weapon when you buy it, because of the way that the game works, it will automatically place that weapon directly into your hand, and then you can just immediately resell it with the sell command. This works much better with better versions of this scaling modifier. So while the Fool's modifier is definitely a nice one, there are some better ones that you can get your hands on. Most namely is the grinding aspect. The grinding one, you can basically just shop these, by the way. You don't actually have to like hunt and peck for them, because you will find them eventually just fine on your own. Now, right now, there actually is an event going on online where you get 50% more from vendor prices. You can, of course, combine this with something like the Guides, which is going to give you even more vendor prices. And if you do it properly, you can actually end up with a lot of additional cash. So one thing that I did test is I wanted to see if it actually did scale based on the level of the character specifically. So I went and got my level 99 Amazon, and I'm going to have to tell you the value because right now with the 50% bonus, it's going to be even more. But it was 22,000 gold, which is pretty darn nice. As you can see right here, it's only 3,745 to sell this to the NPC. Now, when you sell it to the NPC, one thing I will recommend is that you make sure there's room in here for it, because when you sell it, you want to make sure it actually appears in here. When you put it on your character, notice it's now 22,789, which is pretty nice. So we go to the old graphics again, and we sell the item. And now we can buy it back for 2,428, which is dirt cheap. It goes right back into our inventory, and we're making about a 20,000 gold profit every single time. Actually, a super easy way to make money. As you can see, you can do this pretty quickly, and you can rack up a large amount of gold within a very short period of time. It doesn't take very long to get your hands on a grinding aspect as well. Or I say aspect, but a grinding prefix stuck in Diablo 4. The grinding prefix is pretty easy to obtain just simply looking in the shop here. That's basically what I did. I just went around on a couple characters, walked to different shops, found myself a grinding one, and even if you can't find the grinding specifically, it seems like any of the scaling based on character level ones will work. It's just that the grinding one seems to give the most benefit out of the lot. And of course, as you can see here, as I'm doing this, I'm just continually gaining more and more gold. And it doesn't stop. I can just continually glitch this into oblivion to have an infinite gold supply for gambling and other things. And you thought that the glitch with the it's not even a glitch. You thought the infinite gambling from Diablo 2's 22 Nights of Terror was amazing. This one basically allows you to just continually make gold even without the 22 Nights of Terror, which means that you can stack up all the gold on all your characters relatively quickly. Now, some people have commented that this might not necessarily be quicker than just running like a full gold barb and Trav. Because, obviously you're only getting like 20,000 gold per sale, and you can only sell items so quickly. But this does basically give you a way to fill up your inventory with gold relatively quickly. As you can see, I'm sitting here doing it, and I think I'm already getting pretty close to capping out my gold for this character. Let's see if we can go ahead and cap out our gold for this character and how long it takes us. Get into a rhythm here, and once we get into a rhythm, we can do this pretty quickly. It really helps to have that inventory slot free so that the weapon goes directly into, obviously, your inventory, and that way you can just continually get gold, more and more gold. And I believe at a certain point here, I should start just dropping gold directly on the ground. Yep, as you can see now, I am full on gold. It didn't really take very long, and I've got my my completely full stash of gold. Now, if we take this item and we bring it to another character, I can demonstrate what I mean by it actually scales with level, and the amount of gold that you get from it scales with level. So let's put it into my shared stash. Let's hop over to one of my other characters that's not level 99, like Electron, who's only level 85. And I do believe I had a Geeds on that character, though, which may or may not change the outcome. Let's go grab the Geeds, just so we can be 100% scientific. Same Geeds, same percentage, right? So that way we won't have any change in the percentage. Nice little 14. It's a 14% Geeds. So let's throw this in here. Alright, so pull in our Geeds so we can match up the percentages. And you'll notice that when we sell this item to the vendor, it's only 19,999. So this item is not as valuable as the other, and actually the Geeds doesn't seem to change it at all, by the way. Make sure that before you sell your item to the vendor, by the way, that there's actually room in here for the item to go. Otherwise, it will disappear into nothingness, and you'll have to hunt down another grinding whatever one you found. But as you can see here with this one, I can do the same thing. So I can sell this one for 19,999. And this is just because my character is a lower level, and this is an effect that scales based on character level. So to get the utmost effect out of this, you do need to have a level 99 character to get the best effect. Or whatever character you have that's the highest level. I think that's the most important thing. Just get your highest level character and do this with that character. That way you're getting the best effectiveness per sale, and you're getting the most gold per sale. I mean, technically, you can get, what was that, 20,000 gold essentially per sale using a level 99 character, and you can do that really fast. I stacked up 999,000 gold within a matter of seconds, or probably about like 60 seconds. It didn't really even take me that long. So you could very easily fill up all your stashes with gold within a short period of time using something like the grinding item. Now, how do you find it? Basically, all I did was I just went from shop to shop, and I looked for any items that were based scaled on level. It doesn't have to be the grinding item. As you can see here, I also have a Fool's Flamberge, and you can also do it with the Fool's Flamberge, which is 2,146 and 10,708. So you can just keep doing it with whatever scaling based on character level items you can find. The higher and the better they are, it seems to make a huge difference. Max damage seems to be the one that's the most valuable. That's why the grinding one is the most valuable, because it is purely max damage, and it gives more max damage than the Fool's mod does. So that's also interesting. I mean, overall, it's a very interesting glitch, and I don't really see it getting fixed anytime soon. So it's something that you can utilize maybe in your speed runs or your solo self-found runs or whatever. It's definitely a way that you can generate infinite gold with ease. I mean, the trick honestly works as you level up. So the only reason why it wouldn't work very well, as far as I can tell, is if you were on a relatively low level character. If you're on a low level character, then I mean, it might have a reduced effectiveness. I don't know if I have any like really low level characters here. But I mean, just getting to 85 isn't really all that difficult. I have solo self-found characters like my North Star Paladin that made it to level 88, and Vegomatic, which was my solo self-found assassin that I just recently did a run on, that made it to level 86, and so forth and so on. My solo self-found Amazon made it to 87. So it's pretty easy to make it to higher levels. It's just a matter of, getting there and then using your highest level character for this trick. I think that's pretty much it. I didn't want to take too long with this. Today is actually the 22 Nights of Terror Black Friday sale, so if you want to do the infinite gambling, that's also something that you can do today. And as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when we're just talking about an infinite gold glitch. And as always, keep watching.